this is Born in 62, I'm Henrik Jyrs. Today we'll be talking about calf training, especially today's exercise, the donkey calf raise, which by many people is labeled as the best calf exercise ever. There's also a reason for that, because done right, this exercise can really activate parts of your calf. If we look at my wonderful drawing here, you can see your left leg seen from behind and your right leg seen from behind. Underneath what many people perceive or call the calf lies the soleus, which is part of the calf. And you can see it on the side of the lower leg as two bands if this muscle is developed. On top of that, forming what most people will look at when they talk about calf muscle is the gastrocnemius, which is actually two heads that runs together in the same Achilles tendon that reaches down to the heel. This one is fastened to the lower leg at the bone up here just below the knee, and then comes together with the Achilles tendon to reach the heel of the foot. So it only runs over one joint. The other one is called polyarticulate, meaning that it runs up behind the knee joint and is actually fastened here on the thigh bone up back under the two hamstrings. And I'll try to draw the hamstrings up here like these green muscles. I'm not gone very much into detail here. What is interesting is that by being polyarticulate, this muscle will work better, be stronger if your leg is straight. So most people have tried the standing calf raise. You stand up with straight legs, go up and down, and that's it. But if you lean forward, so your hamstrings are stretched, then this place where the tendons from the two muscles pass each other will also be kind of stretched. And stretching the hamstrings will actually make you stretch the gastrocnemius even more. So by leaning forward and placing stretch on the hamstrings, you will also stretch your calf muscle more and thereby make it stronger, make it more active. It's the old principle I've talked about before. If you contract a muscle over one joint and stretch it over the other joint at the same time, you can activate the muscle better. So when we do donkey raises, we will lean forward in order to stretch the hamstrings and thereby stretch the calves. In order for us to benefit from this, we need to go very low down and hold that stretch position, and we need to come up high as we can on our toes and hold that contracted position too. If we only work in the mid-range, go up and down a little bit like we were jumping, then we will not benefit from this exercise really. And you sometimes see people who put on a lot of weight on, if they have access to a donkey calf machine, and they put on enormous masses of weight, and then they do small jumpy like movements and nothing comes out of it. It's far better to use less weight and then go for a full range of motion, really to stretch the hamstrings and thereby stretch the calf. Today I'll show you the basic how to do it, and I'll show you how you can add weight to the exercise if you don't have a calf machine. If you've seen old movies of Arnold Schwarzenegger's from the 70s, you will see that sometimes when he was in this donkey position, he would have one or two or even three girls sitting on his lower back, the small of his back, and they were giggling and he would be laughing, and it was all fun. If you train in a commercial gym and you walk up to three of the hottest girls there and ask them if they would like to ride you, I think you will be in trouble. So it's just not the 70s anymore. But of course, if you have a body, you can go back and forth and switch places, and you can sit on his small back and he can sit on yours, and that would be all right. But otherwise, if you train at a home gym like I do, or if you don't have a donkey calf machine in your gym, you'll have to find another way to add weight, and I'll show you that. But first, let's see the basics. Well, you need a calf block. This is something I've done myself. Cheap and very easy to make, so there's no need to go out and spend money for such a piece. Then you need something to hold on to for balance, otherwise it can be quite hard to hold the position. Up on the block, out on the front of the foot. Hip hinge, don't round your back, but hip hinge. And come up on your toes and hold the contracted position. And down in the straight position. And that's it really, that's how you do it. If you've never done it before, my advice is to start out without any weight and go for all the reps you can. One of my good friends once tried this, and the day after he couldn't walk properly, so he actually fell in the living room and grabbed one of the curtains and pulled it down and smashed a flower pot in the windowsill, and his wife was very angry with me. I don't know why, but that can be the consequence of this, but then you have really activated your calves. But let's see how to put some weight on this. What you can use if you don't have a partner, male or female, to ride the small of your back, you can use a dip belt, usually used for weighted dips or weighted pull-ups. And you need a plate or a kettlebell, something that is pretty easy to get a hold on. And you simply go out like this, and you step up here. And again, all the way down in the stretch position and all the way up in a contraction. Working slowly and making sure you get a good stretch every time. Next week I'll show you how to add more intensity to this exercise. If you do them weighted like this one, depending on the weight you use and your strength of course, you might do 10 reps or so, but you can put in intensity in a lot of ways, and I'll show you that. Hi.